We have new information tonight surrounding the explosion in downtown Sun Prairie. First tonight on News 3.
And a woman who attended Governor Walker's presidential announcement event in 2015 is accused of being a covert agent for Russia.
And later, how the city of Whitewater is hoping an increase of fees will clear up ongoing parking problems.
This is News 3 at 6.
And thanks for joining us. It has been almost a week now since the explosion in Sun Prairie.
A portion of the area is still closed off as the investigation continues. More than a dozen people were injured and one firefighter, Captain Corey Barr, was killed. Once again, we have team coverage. Rose Schmidt is near the explosion site where first responders gave an update today on their investigation. Jamie Perez continues to follow the community's incredible response.
Well, let's start with Rose in Sun Prairie with the very latest. Rose?
That's right. Well, evidence is still being collected from this area here. So you can see for now it is still closed off to the public, and rebuilding can't begin until the death investigation is finished. Now, an update from police today told us that the death investigation will be complete within days, not weeks, and they will provide an update at that time. Police tell us there are no natural gas leaks at this time. They say they have not ruled out the possibility of filing criminal charges, and the district attorney's office is being consulted.
Our investigative team is working very hard, all right, to figure out how this happened, why this happened, and a question we have to answer is, was there any criminal negligence? And that's what we're looking to determine. But we're not to that answer yet.
The explosion happened last Tuesday after a VC Tech Inc. was digging in the area for Kansas-based Bayer Communications. Bayer was subcontracted by Verizon Wireless for a fiber project. Now, We Energies tells me that they still have 44 customers in this area without natural gas at this time. About half of them are inside this fence here, and the other half just need to give the company a call, and they can get their natural gas turned back on.
Rose Schmidt reporting in Sun Prairie tonight. Thank you, Rose.
And the community trying to help the Sun Prairie victims any way they can. Tonight, raising money with pizza, beer, and disc golf. Ale Asylum, the Glass Nickel Pizza on Madison's east side, and Glide Disc Golf are coming together to help the Glass Nickel in Sun Prairie. That restaurant destroyed in the blast. The owner says although he has insurance, he is worried about his employees who also lost their homes above the business and across the street.
I try to remain positive about it. I mean, it was bricks and metal and, you know, machines and stuff that's all replaceable. Definitely the amazing support we've gotten from the community has made it easier.
So this event, 7 to 10 tonight, a $10 suggested donation. 100% of those proceeds go to the Bank of Sun Prairie's Disaster Relief Fund. Owner Adam Bougie and about a dozen of his employees will be there serving up the beer and pizza.
The Culvers in Sun Prairie will be donating 50% of its sales tomorrow to the families of Captain Corey Barr and the other injured firefighter Ryan Welch. The restaurant says it will be hosting a Culver's Cares Share Day from 10 a.m. to midnight at its location on West Main Street. The fences around the site of the explosion are filling up with notes and flowers, particularly near the fire station on North Bristol Street. It's
something that stirs a lot of emotion from those who visit the site nearly a week later. Our Jamie Perez spoke to folks who visited the site today and wrote some special messages of their own, and she joins us now with those details. Jamie?
That's right, guys. Well, it's so humbling to see these messages displayed all over the fences. And from what I saw today, this whole situation has been tough, but it seems there is nothing that will stop this community from being Sun Prairie strong.
It doesn't even look the same anymore. It looks like something out of a movie.
Fences are often seen as barriers, but for the people of Sun Prairie, these fences are their windows into their new reality.
All the first responders, everyone, and we keep everyone in our prayers. A lot of people suffering right now.
Lynn McFarlane is making a stop here where many of her family seems to have already been.
Well, I see some of my family members have been here already.
Set up right next to Fire Station 1, notes and flowers line the street with a new perspective.
And this is the first time I've come down, and it's a surreal experience.
1,000 thank yous from a grateful community.
That this is really just a very special community. Very special.
And a community with a lot of love left to give.
You know, right now everybody's just trying to just widen their arms and just big hugs for everybody. Everybody just stand strong and just being for each other. That's it.
I worked for a good 30 years in the professional building, so we have a lot of history here. and it's sad to see.
Sun Prairie has been strong. There's no question in that. And to all the brave men and women of every end of the spectrum involved in this tragedy, thank you for being brave. Jamie Perez, WISC News 3.
And Jamie, there is fencing around that entire explosion site. If people want to find the whiteboards, where can they find them?
So those boards are just by the fire station on North Bristol, although people are placing flowers and notes along other fences as well. But those whiteboards specifically are only by the fire station from what I saw. And of course, anyone can write a special note at any time.
Yeah, pretty amazing, and certainly, as you mentioned, stirring a lot of emotions there. Jamie Perez in the newsroom. Jamie, thank you.
Tomorrow, News 3 will partner with the Bank of Sun Prairie for an all-day telethon to raise money for the Disaster Relief Fund. Our phone lines will be open starting at 4:30 a.m. until 10:30 p.m. to take donations for the fund to benefit the businesses and families impacted by this tragic incident. 100% of these proceeds collected will stay here in the community.
We turn it over to weather now. After that muggy weekend, a beautiful sight as the humidity eases up. A live look from our Edgewater Skycam downtown. Meteorologist Dave Caulfield in the Weather Center. Dave.
Low humidity and a lot of sunshine. Eric will be with us over the next few days after a cold front swept out the kind of nasty humidity that was in town over the weekend, and we don't have to worry about it for the next couple of days. Here's a live look in Platteville on our Queen Bee Radio Skycam, looking at wall-to-wall sunshine. Temperatures right now dipped into the low 80s in many spots. Some 70s starting to show up. 83 in Lone Rock, 79 in Viroqua, and 82 in Madison. But dew points are down as well, very precipitously in a lot of spots. We're looking at 57, the dew point in Madison. That is about 15 to 20 degrees less humid compared to this time yesterday. Wind speeds out of the north and west at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. This evening, temperatures falling through the 80s, 70s into the mid 60s, cooler and less humid, mostly clear outside. We'll talk about how long this nice weather will last and when storm chances come back in your first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
Dave, thank you. New tonight, a woman who attended Governor Walker's presidential campaign launch back in 2015 and posted a picture of herself with the governor has been charged with being a covert agent for Russia inside the U.S. Federal prosecutors announced the arrest of Maria Butina today, charged with conspiracy to act as an unregistered agent of the Russian government and accused of working to infiltrate American political organizations. Now, in a statement, a Governor Walker spokesman says, quote, Governor Walker never had a meeting, later saying, quote, there were thousands of people at the convention. Many of them approached the governor and asked to say hello and take a photo with him.
The Wisconsin Department of Justice will be funding the expansion of a program designed to stop domestic violence before it turns deadly. It was announced today that the DOJ will provide $500,000 to bring the lethality assessment program statewide. The program trains first responders to identify victims of domestic violence who are likely to be injured or killed by their partners by using an 11-question assessment, which officials say will make a difference for those in danger.
It's a day in and day out ordeal, just living in fear of what does today hold. So we're working very hard to try to find ways to identify those cases that are the most serious and get help to those people.
20 Wisconsin counties are using the lethality assessment program. The DOJ hopes to bring it to all 72. Well, no one likes getting a parking ticket, and those who get a certain citation at one UW campus may be in for a shock.
The fine for parking without a permit going up 400%. News 3's Madeline O'Neill tells us why.
Many of us have parked somewhere we shouldn't, but now if you get caught doing so here at UW Whitewater, you may find yourself with a steeper ticket.
It sucks.
That's the universal feeling for getting a parking ticket.
Everybody has a parking story.
Now it may feel even worse for those at UW Whitewater.
I love this campus community.
Senior Aaron Cosmas says he can't speak highly enough about his university.
There's a lot of good flowers up there.
But he's concerned about a higher price on a certain citation.
A lot of people use a vehicle.
Starting in July, the campus raised the price of a parking without a permit ticket from $25 to $100.
We have a number of people that made commentary that they would rather risk the $25 citation in lieu of purchasing a regular permit that may run somewhere between $200 and $300.
So UW Whitewater Police Chief Matt Kitterlin explains the change is necessary to get students' cooperation.
This isn't about trying to hammer a violator. This is about trying to get people to comply with the rules and regulations on campus.
I would just like to have a bigger student voice.
While Kitterland says there were public meetings prior to the change, Cosma, who is on the student government, wants an expanded conversation.
It's a lot of money, but I think it's an even bigger issue for community members who come here or out-of-towners and they don't know about it.
Kitterland says the citation is directed at students who should know better and can be waived if students purchase a permit.
We are always open to discussion.
What's up, guys?
Cosma wants students to have a say in his university's direction.
I'm very confident that we can work to a solution.
UW-Whitewater police say about 75% of the tickets issued for parking without a permit last year were reduced. Reporting in Whitewater, I'm Madeline O'Neill for WISC News 3.
Money from parking citations goes toward the General Parking Fund.
And finding a spot may be a bit harder this year as construction took away about 200 spots on campus. Still to come tonight, a recently added flight at the Dane County Airport is about to be canceled for good.
And Foxconn enters an agreement to buy yet another building in Wisconsin. Find out where. That's just ahead. Frontier Airlines will end nonstop flights from Madison to Philadelphia in October. A spokesperson for the Dane County Regional Airport confirmed that today. Frontier has been offering a nonstop to Philly since April 8th, with flights running on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Its last flight will be October 6th. It'll be replaced with a seasonal nonstop to Orlando the next day. American Airlines still offering those nonstop flights to Philadelphia. Foxconn plans to open facilities in western Wisconsin. The company announcing today it's entered an agreement to buy the Grand. That's a downtown Eau Claire building. It's already purchased office space at Haymarket Landing, which is also in Eau Claire. The company says it'll create at least 150 jobs. Foxconn plans to close on those deals this year and begin operations next year.
For many who use county highways A, B, and BB in eastern Dane County, it seems clear the roads could use some work, but who exactly should be doing that work is less clear. The reconstruction of the roads is in the works, but Dane County won't move forward with the project unless the city of Madison bears the cost for future upkeep of the road. Today, Madison Mayor Paul Soglin held a news conference in which he took a hard stance against the city being in charge of maintaining those highways.
There's nothing to negotiate here. We each have our own responsibilities. And we are not going to be in a situation where the Dane County government forces us to undertake their responsibility.
According to Saugland, road improvements will not move forward unless the county accepts that the roads are within their jurisdiction.
More to come tonight at 6. Ahead in sports, the Packers released last year's profit margins.
And a preview of tonight's home run derby as a Milwaukee Brewer hopes to come out on top.
The wonderful weather sticks with us into the middle of this week, but then storm chances return by Thursday. I'll have your first alert forecast next.
Check out my
Meteorologist Dave Caulfield joins us now, and boy, is it nice to breathe once you walk outside.
Exactly. It's actually pleasant to be outside now. Definitely different than the weekend where we had those pop-up showers just, well, pop up. And if you were under them, it was tough to get out because a lot of rain fell in a short amount of time in some areas. But we're not going to see those rain chances for the next couple of days because of that cold front that came through earlier today, sweeping out that humidity, sweeping out the clouds and just all the kind of nasty dew points in the 70s that we've been dealing with over the past couple of days. Still warm, though. That cold front to our north and west isn't going to do too much for our temperatures, so we'll just enjoy some nice weather over the next couple of days. Doesn't that sound great? I think it does. Doppler track showing quiet conditions across the state of Wisconsin. Any showers or storms have moved to the south and east. We are about half an inch behind schedule in the rain department, even after the rain of this weekend. However, I think we're going to enjoy the next couple of days. We don't have to worry about rain until we get into Thursday. Still, about 1.60 inches of rain. Remember, average for the month of July, just over 4 inches of rain. Check out this time lapse as this cold front was coming through. We saw the clouds, and then the clouds went sayonara. We are looking at some nice weather on the Edgewater Skycam right now with the sunshine and lots of blue sky, lower humidity, dew points in the 50s. That's pretty clutch. Coming in clutch right now. 83, the high today. Just a smidge above normal for this time of year. Temperatures across some other spots in southern Wisconsin, 80 in Watertown and in Juneau, 82 in Janesville, 85 in Boscobel, 78 in Viroqua. Dew points in the 50s. But check out how much less humid it is across the area compared to this time yesterday. 15 degrees less humid in Madison, closer to about 20 in some other spots. It's so much better outside compared to this time yesterday. It brings a little tear to your eye outside. And we can spare those tears because we do have low humidity, so we won't be adding to that oppressive humidity, so that's good news. High temperature trend over the next couple of days. High pressure keeping us a little bit on the nice side for Tuesday and Wednesday, and temperatures actually dipping into the 70s for Thursday and Friday. So high pressure dominating the weather pattern over the next couple of days. Wetter weather, that's what I meant to say, is on the way as we head into Thursday and Friday with that low pressure system off to our west, but all in due time, folks. We're looking at very nice conditions tonight. Good sleeping weather. May want to open the windows tomorrow. Pleasantly warm with highs near 80. So we will be falling through the 70s and 60s tonight. Not too many clouds to worry about. Into tomorrow, highs should make it into the low 80s. Some more clouds could visit us on Wednesday, but I do think those rain and storm chances hold off until we get into Thursday. Your 7-day forecast showing those temperatures dipping into the 70s Thursday and Friday. We're back into the 80s Saturday and Sunday. Some slight storm chances still hanging around on Saturday. Into next week, we're in the mid 80s with some more storm chances possible as we head into Tuesday.
We'll take you to a high school football practice today. That's right. It's time for football in mid-July. The story's coming up in sports.
Hi, I'm Michelle Carolla. Tonight on the news at 9, the explosion in Sun Prairie is blamed on a gas leak. What we're learning tonight about underground gas lines. That's first on Fox at 9.
News 3.
The Packers released their finances for the fiscal year that ended March 31st. The net profit is down $34 million, but it's not like the franchise is in trouble or anything. Expenses were $421 million. Revenue was up $13.5 million to $455 million. That means a profit of $38.6 million. Again, down $34 million from last year, but last year included relocation fees from the Rams, Chargers, and Raiders, so the profit is pretty much on par from last year. And a net gain of almost $39 million isn't all that bad. Not bad for the smallest market in the NFL. Major League Baseball taking its All-Star break. The game is tomorrow night in Washington, and today Boston's Chris Sale and Washington's Max Scherzer are named the starting pitchers for the American and National Leagues. And the Brewers' Jesus Aguilar, who will be in the home run derby tonight that'll start just after 7 o'clock. He leads the National League with 24 homers, which projects to a 40-homer season. Aguilar, the #1 seed in tonight's home run derby. He will face the Phillies' Rhys Hoskins in the first round tonight. The winner of that matchup will face the winner of the Alex Bregman-Kyle Schwarber matchup. That's the left side of the bracket. The right side has Bryce Harper against Freddie Freeman and Max Muncy against Javier Baez. Donna Shalala has been elected to be inducted into the UW Athletic Hall of Fame. She was named chancellor at UW in 1998, hired Pat Richter to breathe life into the athletic program. Eventually, that led to Barry Alvarez's hiring, and you know how that all turned out. Shalala eventually left Wisconsin to join Bill Clinton's cabinet as Secretary of Health and Human Services. She was also president of the University of Miami. In September, Donna Shalala inducted into the UW Athletic Hall of Fame. In Whitewater today, they had football practice. Not the Warhawks, but high school seniors who are getting ready for the annual Wisconsin Football Coaches Association All-Star Games that are Saturday at UW-Oshkosh. There are 3 All-Star games Saturday, 8-man, small school, and large school. And the games have raised millions of dollars to benefit Children's Hospital of Wisconsin through the years. For some, being in the game is an important milestone for their school, like Beloit Memorial's Casper Clark, who's the first Beloit Memorial player in the game in almost 20 years.
My class has been working so hard to finally change the culture around. So my goal is for the freshmen, sophomores, juniors now, to hopefully watch our leadership as a group of seniors last year and start to do the same for those freshmen and continue on so we can change the culture for good.
And with another high school football season just around the corner, we're pleased to announce that the Prep Mania High School Football Game of the Week is returning for its 12th season. We'll televise games live on TVW and Channel3000.com Friday nights during the football season. And we'll begin Friday, August 17th. Sun Prairie visits Madison Memorial. Sun Prairie, of course, made the Division I state championship game, and Memorial will debut its new head coach, former La Follette head coach Michael Harris. And we'll have a new look, too, as former Edgewood head coach Alan Minner joins Bill Brophy and me in the booth. That's the Prep Mania Game of the Week, starting Friday, August 17th on TVW and Channel3000.com. You get the feeling summer's almost over?
It's going fast, isn't it?
That's a month away.
No.
That's literally almost a month
Football
away.
season almost here. That's the good thing. The kids don't like school being back.
Parents are kind of big on it.
Yeah, parents don't mind that so much.
We like the nice weather being back,
really,
and
really
the humidity
good.
gone out of here. Not going to see it for the next couple of days. Live look in Madison, currently at 82 with a north-northwest wind at 6 miles per hour. That dew point in the 50s, so it feels great outside. Your day planner for tomorrow, starting off in the upper 50s, will reach highs right around 80 degrees with plenty of sunshine for tomorrow into Wednesday. Maybe a few more clouds, but still feeling very nice outside.
Dave, thank you. And thanks for joining us for News 3 at 6.
Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10 o'clock.
Download the new Channel 3000 app and get alerted on your mobile device the minute news breaks. Wherever you go, be the first to know with Channel 3000.